Ask 100 different marketers what branding means and you'll get 100 different definitions. If you're a creator, business owner, entrepreneur, you know how important marketing and branding is to grow your business. But what exactly is the difference and which is right for you at your current stage? I'm Ryan Richardson, founder of Life Outside Studio creative agency, where we help businesses get off the content hamster wheel so that they can grow. Marketing and branding is a key part of what we do every single day. So we're going to talk about how to get the most out of both strategies in this video. I make these videos because creating content is the easiest, quickest, and cheapest way for most businesses to find new customers. And I want you to take advantage of that. All right, so I want you to imagine for a second that you're at your favorite bar or club. You see a cute girl from across the room and you decide to go over and chat her up. So you introduce yourself and tell her how interesting you are and how great you are, and you ask her out on a date. Now imagine a second scenario where she sees you from across the room, and this time she comes up to you, she chats you up, she tells you that she's heard all about you, and her friends say that you're super interesting and a great guy, so she asks you out. In the first scenario, you're doing what's essentially referred to as direct marketing. In the second scenario, you're doing what's called branding. So direct marketing is great if you're lonely, or in the case of business, you just need leads as soon as possible. But branding is great if you want to find a meaningful partner, or again, in the case of business, alignment with quality customers for the long term. The dating is actually a really great analogy between direct marketing and branding because there's a lot of parallels. So here's another one. I remember dating low quality girls for a long time.
Get out of here. Want to get out of here? Yeah. What are you doing later?
I don't know.
I do.
I made the conscious decision to become the kind of high quality guy that a high quality girl would want to date. So it takes time to get feedback from the marketplace or the dating pool for that to actually catch up with you. There's a lag time there, but when it finally does, you have much more options and much more high quality options. So if you've ever wondered how some businesses interview their prospects, or they filter them through based on alignment, or they even require prospects to fill out an application to work with them, this is how. Those businesses have focused intentionally on growing their brand equity to the point where they have so many high quality options that they don't need to just take money from anyone that's willing to give it to them. So in the real world for us, direct marketing looks like running ads, email sales campaigns, one-on-one sales, basically anything where you're directly asking for money and there's a call to action at the end of whatever it is that you're engaging in, whatever kind of communication that you're engaging with your customer, there's a call at the end of that. So think of it like this: direct marketing asks for the sale before you deliver any kind of value to your customer, whereas branding is delivering the value before asking for the sale. And the best branding is never making that ask. So Hermosi says that branding is like a runway at the airport. The longer the runway, the larger the plane that can take off from that runway. Meaning that the longer you delay the ask and the more value you provide on the front end, the bigger the ask can become down the road. The branding is slightly more complex even still, but I'm gonna simplify it right now here for you. So just as there's a very important distinction between marketing and branding, there's an equally important distinction between your brand and branding. Your brand is a noun and your brand is a story embedded in the mind of the market. Branding is a verb. Branding is the tools, actions, and aesthetics you use to communicate and share your story. So the biggest question most businesses then have is, how much time and resources should I focus on direct marketing versus on branding? So context is everything, and your goals will be different than someone else's goals. But generally speaking, this is the best way that I've seen the balance between direct marketing and branding taking place. So first and foremost is cover the overhead of your business and build your brand and invest in branding with the remainder of the profits. So if your overhead is $10,000 a month and you make $14,000 a month and you have $4,000 worth of profit, I would invest the $4,000 into the branding rather than in the marketing, meaning you're investing into a longer runway for a bigger ask down the road. So that said, I include marketing expenses into the cost of acquisition because it obviously costs money to acquire customers in the first place, and that translates to overhead. So like I said, if you have $10,000 of overhead, then that cost of acquisition is also included in your entire overhead. So any profits beyond your overhead and any profits beyond that, instead of putting more into marketing and more into the cost of acquisition, then I would actually put more into branding. Okay, so what does this actually look like if you want to improve your branding today? Well, it starts with creating content. 'Cause like I said at the beginning of the video, creating content is the fastest, cheapest, and easiest way to grow your brand today. So creating content is how you get the cute girl at the party to recognize you and approach you instead of the other way around. If you like this video, check out other videos from our marketing playlist here or here. If you think this would help a creator, an entrepreneur, business owner that you know, share this video with them and let them know that you're thinking of them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.